Hey everybody, this is your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at something I wasn't expecting till March, but has started to ship early. It is from the Amazon exclusive, a Golden Disc collection. This is Autobot Jackpot and Sights. For those of you who are not familiar, Jackpot was an Action Master. That was that very, very, very late G1 toy line that featured action figure style Transformer characters with vehicles and accessories that could transform. The figures didn't, the accessories and vehicles did. And Sights was Jackpot's partner, who could turn into a pterodactyl winged animal sort of creature, and then a blaster that can combine with its other blaster. Well, obviously, Sights is using the pterodactyl weaponizer model from Siege. So that's not going to turn into a blaster. It does, and also turns into an axe, a pickaxe. It's using that mold. And Jackpot is actually a repaint of Studio Series 86 Jazz. Very ironically, the figures, if you go back and look at Jackpot's original Action Master, it did look a little bit like Jazz. It does have a new head, and we'll talk about the head. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about it. But yeah, that's about it. This is actually big news because for a very long time, people felt that Studio Series figures were not available to be reused in, say, Generation Selects line. And while I think the main movie figures are not going to be available due to licensing, I think something like the Studio Series 86 figures will. So this is the start in a positive direction. So here's Sights. I'm sure we're all familiar with this mold. I took the head down, flip out the, this hand, hold it this way. It's an axe. You can actually bring the wings out. It's a pickaxe. Leave them in. Hold it by this grip here, and it's another blaster. There is, of course, an included blast effect, but I didn't cut it out of the packaging because this uses that new packaging where everything is held in by twist ties, and to be honest, I didn't want it rattling around in the box since I don't really store figures with the blast effects cat. And also I've come to find out that over time the soft rubbery blast effects will melt into the harder plastic weapons. So let's get Sights out of the way, take a closer look at Jackpot. It does match its color scheme quite nicely. The black and the, I would say canary yellow. Jazz's weapon is redone in blue. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to combine it with Sights in any manner. So that's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Vehicle rolls quite nicely. Autobot logo on the front. It's that near Porsche design that Jazz is. So, if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. We'll pause right here. I'm going to skip the transformation. If you're interested in the transformation, go check out my Studio Series Jazz review. But other than that, what will be a second for you will be a few minutes for me. But we're going to come back and do some comparisons with a Jazz. Okay, so here's Jackpot with its mold mate Jazz. As you can see, they're basically the same in robot mode. The only difference is the heads. The paint detailing is different, picking out different parts. Here on the lower legs, you can see how that's done, going up to the chest, that whole thing. And of course, let's take a look at the big thing with Jackpot, and that's the robot head. Unfortunately, there has been some sort of misassembly It's not as bad as mine, but as you can see, there's a gap there under the chin. The head panel here just doesn't sit flush. Uh, Maybe you can see a little bit more on the back there. Uh, yeah, this is very disappointing. I've seen worse than mine. Haven't seen better, but this is apparently every copy of this mold has this problem. Really, really just think it's completely despicable by Hasbro to not catch this sooner or fix it. Some people have tried to contact Hasbro about refunds or some sort of credit. And, their response is, well, it looks different. Images on the actual figure will look different than the images on the packaging, which is kind of funny because the images on the packaging, have this screwed up head. So I don't think a lot of people are going to fight it. And to be honest with you, Hasbro customer service is garbage. Anyway, their attitude is they won't replace that. They can't guarantee they'll give you the same figure, so you'll get one of like equal value, and that's usually not something you would want anyway. The best I can tell you, at least from my advice, is if there's a second run of this figure, since it is as of right now an Amazon exclusive, try to deal with Amazon customer service when that second run comes out and it's confirmed the head is fixed, and explain to them that there was, this widespread misassembly. It was never fixed, and try to do like a return of the original figure to get the fixed head. I don't know if that'll work. Usually, Amazon customer service is pretty amicable to and willing to work with. Other than that, going back to comparing the two molds, the hips and knees are as loose as they were on Jazz. The arms are about the same, the elbows. So, if you like the Jazz mold, you'll like this mold. The issues you have, if you had issues with Jazz, you're going to have the same issues with Jackpot. There's just no way around it. Would have been nice for them to fix the tolerances, but, seeing as how that they really couldn't even do the head right, it's a little much. And and I just took a quick look at the box. That's fine on the box. So, yeah, unfortunately, it really is disappointing. But then again, it's a little random repaint subline, throwaway character, throwaway figure. It is what it is. So we'll pause. Well, let me give you a little spin before we come in for my final thoughts. Here you go. You check out the back. Yeah, oh, and by the way, again, it's all clear plastic, that roof back piece. So, again, be very careful transforming it. Remember the little trick about folding the doors in slightly to get that back panel to clear so you don't have to squeeze or anything like that. But, yep, that's about it. So we'll pause. Oh, there goes Jazz. And we'll be back with my final thoughts. I really don't know what more I can say about Jackpot. I mean, it's a repaint of Jazz with a new head. Um, and the head's not even done well. I think universally, if you aren't like a diehard Jackpot fan, this figure is an easy skip, because I can't recommend buying something that's, has a horrible misassembly out of the box with no real way of figuring out how it's going to be fixed anytime soon, which is a shame. But on the positive side, I am aware that the second Golden Disc set, featuring Puffer and Road Ranger, is shipping. So that's actually a repaint with a new head of Huffer, and a repaint with a different with like Huffer's head, Huffer's toy head of Pipes. So, for a lot of us, this is going to be our first experience with the Pipes mold before getting Pipes. So, That's been, and if you've been following Transformers history, that's actually been happening a lot lately. So, yeah, I do appreciate y'all watching. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. That will help with the algorithms of YouTube. If you really want to support the channel, check out my Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. There's a hyperlink in the description below and a little card here in the corner. If you've been watching, you know the deals. $1 a month, $12 a year. If you can't do it, watching my videos is more than thanks enough. And I really want to thank you all for supporting my Advent vlogs this month. Haven't had the drop in subscribers I normally do, which is really a good thing. So have a great day. Enjoy your holiday season. It's your old pal Chuck for Jackpot and Sites. We will see you next time.